Because when we discussed Data Gay, a lot of the things, especially when we were discussing the why, we came back to kind of the what, like what do we do, and very concrete. I think these three words came to front and center: free force and culture. Kind of a lot of things in the things we organize or the events we organize. Creative expression is front and center, both in our dressing of the event itself, but also in the people that are there, the artists that are there, the DJs that are there. And I think freedom is there in a very important word for us. And the same is force. In Dutch it was spanningsveld. Again, kind of looking at the tension between like embracing and rebellion, kind of embracing our own culture and rebelling against the rest of the world together. And then the last one really connects to the other two as well, like is to create culture, because in the end that's what Dedica started with, and I feel like that's what we're still doing. And then looking at the how, we kind of categorized these. We're looking at all these things that we did, kind of our what, and we're thinking like, okay, how can we categorize those things? We came up with these 4 categories, and that's like, first is parties. So just the example is like the club nights during Dutch design that we really classify as just mainly a party. Then we have activities that we kind of classified as, for instance, the Zwarte Cross, which could also classify as a party.
The bingo.
But it's mostly, for me, the difference between parties and activities or platform and agency. An activity is something that mainly is attended by our own members. So we go with our own members somewhere and have a great time, and there's no really big stakes for us, so we basically just go party somewhere else. So the activities, in my opinion, were a bit more internal, and the parties were more like the stuff we organize for other people. Then there's an agency aspect, because we noticed, especially before, that we were contacted a lot by other initiatives or parties, kind of as an agency, almost to like organize something for them or provide artists that we have in our midst. And the last one is a platform, and I saw it also in one of the posts before already. Yeah, that's kind of what we said on Culture Prize, that we want to platform young artists, and I think that's a really nice.
For me, the distinction between agency and platform is not quite clear.
Well, that's again for me kind of the difference between external and internal. Platform is kind of what we want to be for other artists, and the agency is when the ones that are in our house get borrowed out or boosted. So that's kind of the difference we made in there.
It's more them renting in us to do, hiring us for whatever they want us to do. Platform is more
whatever they want us to
me
do.
being like, the platform is more like we take in artists and be like, hey, you can showcase your work at that point.
Yeah, and again with these, it's kind of what we came up with. If you guys say like, hey, parties and activities mash them together, and agency and platform mash them together.
Or like
It's
the
clear
other
that it's
one.
internal, external.
And I think it would be nice now if the posts you wrote can be put on the category you feel like they fit in. So we kind of can also quantify which things are most popular, because I'm really curious